Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? We got some really cool announcement info today here for the time lock progression servers that we're expecting to get this year. So I just wanted to cover that real quick. I say real quick, but it might actually be a decently long video. So let's just start at the top. So this is the EverQuest Producers Letter, April 2022. So this is kind of a follow-up to the roadmap that they gave us at the beginning of the year. So let's just start at the very top. It's been 23 years since this grand journey called EverQuest was launched, and I'd like to take a moment to pause and reflect on all the things we've accomplished together. We've defeated powerful foes and we've brought balance. We've traversed, explored, and collected experiences during 28 expansions in which we traveled to the moon, assaulted the gods across their planes, met with beings of alternate realities, and defended against the chaos of Discord. We've also had our fair share of tribulations through the friends we've lost and the heartache we've borne. Through it all, you showed up and met the call. Ultimately, and possibly most importantly, we found family, so thank you for being an integral part of us and a part of Clan Darkpaw. Earlier this year, we experimentally released the 2022 roadmap. Thank you for your warm reception to the idea and your thoughtful comments. If you missed that, the original article is at EQ Roadmap 2022. Since then, we've delivered on it, plus a plethora of smaller fixes and improvements. You can read more about each one of the links below. So, January, we got the Community Resource Council, monthly game update notes. February, we got a Rolacy Day, 64-bit servers, and client release to live servers. Monthly game update notes. And March, we got 23 anniversary, 23rd anniversary, Brew Day, Stomples Day, Bristlebane Day, monthly game update notes, and now here's the good stuff. Coming soon. For April, we have Anniversary Part 2, 2 new missions on April 20th of 2022, and a return of the 5th to the 13th anniversary events from April 12th through the end of the anniversary events, May 20th. New classic achievements, adding achievements for many original Quest and EverQuest starting cities. That's going to be really good for you. Not for your anniversary, but for your achievement hunters. There's going to be a whole bunch of new achievements to follow for some old stuff that we've probably already all done before for the most part. May, we have mercenary rank simplification, simplifying mercenaries down to 2 ranks primarily in use, and removing the questline requirements for obtaining them. New Tempest Festival event, new progression servers. There we go. June, server merge, merging the Finnegal and Miracle servers to Box. So here's the big stuff. You might be wondering what the rule sets for the new time lock progression servers will be. Well, wait no further. We're proud to announce that the new names and rule sets will be Veniki, or Veniki, however that's pronounced, a level-locked progression server, and Jelinek, a more traditional progression server similar to the rules of Mangler. We're planning on unlocking these servers on May 25th at 12 p.m., so we have our date. Save the date, like it's a marriage, May 25th, 2022. So, the big news, this is very experimental. Veniki, or Veniki, will open with Gates of Discords available and a level cap of level 4D. That is insane. Then, over time, we will unlock new level caps along with new expansions. In general, expansions will open with the level cap 10 levels below the original level cap of the expansion. In many cases, this will cause multiple expansions to unlock on the same day. Once level 60 is reached, the next level change is 8 weeks later if more than one expansion opens, and 4 weeks if only one expansion opens. So this will give you a general idea. This is very, very fast paced. This seems like Celos, but for hardcore players. Okay, so expand the whole server opens, level cap at level 40, with expansions up to Gates of Discord. 4 weeks later, level 50 unlocks. 2 weeks later, 55 unlocks. 4 weeks later, level 60 unlocks along with expansions up to Prophecy of Ro. This is the fastest paced expansion progression server I think we've ever had. 8 weeks later, 65 unlocks with expansions up to the Buried Sea. 8 weeks later, level 70 unlocks with Secrets of Fadewar. 4 weeks later, level 75 unlocks with expansions up to Underfoot. 8 weeks later, House of Thule. 4 weeks later, Veil of Alaris, and so on. I'm not going to cover the rest of these because a lot of people will probably have quit by then. Or, you know, I could be wrong. With how fast-paced this is, I mean, look at that. So, Gates of Discord, a month later, so in June, they'll be level 50. 4 weeks later, or 2 weeks later, so just middle of July, level 55. 4 weeks later, another month, so we're talking August, they're already going to be in Prophecy of Ro. October, Buried Sea. December, Secrets of Fadewar. January of next year, Underfoot. March of next year, House of Thule. April, Veil of Alaris. May, Call of the Forsaken. So, for an example, 1 year into this server being out, they're already going to be level 90 content up to Call of the Forsaken. So, another note here, when expansions unlock on the same day, the first unlocks at approximately 2 p.m. Pacific time, and each additional expansion will approximately 1 hour after the previous. Future expansions will unlock as appropriate to the schedule above. Challenge achievements will also be available. If you participate in a chosen event and defeat it when you are at a certain level, you will gain a reward that you can use on any character on the same account. For example, defeat Khazak Thul at level 40, Meldrath at level 70, Gricklor at level 105. To make these goals more obtainable, many level restrictions will be relaxed on this server, allowing players to use items they normally could not, and land spells on NPCs far above your level. Zone level restrictions will also be relaxed, but not removed. That's insane. So, let's put some reference to what this means. So, the game is dropping with Gates of Discord released at level cap of level 40. You can actually, eventually, a month and a half later, work your way up to level 55, and the Gates of Discord content. With that being said, you will have some hardcore Andes out there at level 40 fighting Gates of Discord bosses. I can promise it. You will have some level 40 people who were trying to beat Tunat Murim. I can guarantee it. There are going to be some insane EverQuest players who will be pulling out all the stops. There's been nothing said on this being a boxing or no boxing server. Just by the way, not a single thing has mentioned boxing, so keep an eye out for that. But imagine level 40 people fighting Avatar of War, level 40 people fighting Vulak Air, level 40 people fighting Vexthal content, level 40 people fighting Quarm. Literally twice their level. It's going to be insane. I am really curious to see what this means. To make goals more obtainable, many level restrictions will be relaxed, allowing players to use items they normally could not. So, does that mean that we're going to have items with no level requirement on them? Does that mean that we're going to see some Luckland, some Plains of Power, some Gates of Discord, Lost Dungeons of Norath? All of those zones that are normally completely level locked at 60, 65, and so on, does that mean that they're suddenly going to be like no level requirement level items? Because not only does that mean that it's going to be a hardcore server, the implications of power leveling twinks or having twink characters later on is going to be insane. Now, this does not say anything about being a free trade server. So does it mean that you're going to have tons of people out there selling tons of items like you were on Mischief? This might mean that you have tons of people who are selling loot rights to items if there's still no drop. But imagine a no drop level 1, what's the word I'm looking for? What's a good item? A level 1 level requirement, no level requirement item that's no drop from Planes of Power. Some of those fantastic, insane items, or even from Gates of Discord. That is just, it's really, really curious. I'm really curious to see what all that's going to mean. So anyways, before we go much further into that, let's move on to Jelinek. So, Jelinek is a traditional progression server using the new unlock schedule generally requested by progression server players. Jelinek opens at the original EverQuest and then unlocks with the following schedule. 1 month later, Kunark. 2 months, Valius. 2 months, Lukland. 2 months, Planes of Power and Legacy of Ikisha. 12 weeks, which is really interesting. 3 months later, Lost Dungeons of Norath. 1 month later, Gates of Discord. And at this point, the schedule becomes consistent. Enjoy expansions for every 12 weeks when the new level cap is unlocked, and 8 weeks in expansions where the level cap stays the same. So, either 2 or 3 months per drop. That is, pretty casual, I would say. That's, Jelinek seems like this might be the server I might end up playing on. Part of me wants to mess around with this challenge server, but Jelinek seems like the one that I might end up committing to. So, last little bit, in case you missed it, we are seeking new talent and need your help to continue delivering and strengthening our paths to the future. If you have ever wanted to be a part of creating the EverQuest experiences you love, check out the list of positions that we're hiring for at Darkpaw on this page. We love having applicants who love our game. Keep your whiskers out for disturbances in the spirit world and don't let the rat race get to you. That's interesting. I wonder if that's kind of a... Wonder if that's like for the future of EverQuest. Don't let the rat race get to you. Interesting. So yeah, this is just to touch base on the progression server announcement. I know I've been talking about it in basically every video I've uploaded lately, how I can't wait for it. We got it. We got our date. We got our time. Next Tuesday, the Fabled content drops, so you're going to see a whole lot of videos coming out of me. But very soon, May 25th, 2022, we get some information here on our progression servers. That's when it finally drops, May 25th, 2022. Or sorry, they're planning on unlocking. We'll see how that works. I'm really curious to see what all of you think. What is everyone's general reaction to this level-locked progression server? What do you think this is going to mean? Do you think I'm completely misunderstanding this, or do you think that do you think that sounds about right? And what opinions do you have on this? Does this hype you up? Does this make you think that, it's just going to be too hardcore? I'd love to know your thoughts. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I will check you in the next one, and the hype is very real for me. I'm really starting to build up hype for this. So yeah, talk to you guys later.